Hi, and welcome to episode number 13 of Get Involved Pittsburgh here on PCTV21 and 47. My name is Tom Baker, and I'm your host of Get Involved Pittsburgh. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Hope you're looking forward to enjoying the next hour together. We've got some great guests on the show. This is our 13th episode of Get Involved Pittsburgh, so hopefully it'll be a lucky one. We do have a great cast of characters that will be sharing their expertise with you, their insights, and their ideas on how you can get more involved here in Western Pennsylvania. We're a Jefferson Award-winning television show, which is a great thing, and things are definitely going well for Get Involved. Our nonprofit organization, Get Involved, Inc., provides training programs. We have the Fast Track Community Leaders Program. We have 30 graduates of that program now. We do the monthly Power Hour series, the monthly Morning Mix series, and also the annual Service Summit. We're going to have the 4th annual Pittsburgh Service Summit coming up this spring. We just had the 2nd annual Harrisburg Service Summit in South Central PA, and this spring as well, we're going to have our first ever Washington, D.C. Service Summit. So we're taking the Get Involved show definitely on the road. Our cast for today's show, we're going to have Lindsey Smith, Ime Alaquiva, Marissa Doyle, R.J. Thompson, Seth Corbin, and Ali McMurtry. So it should be a great cast here. The main goal of the show, though, is really for you to find more ways to give back, to make a difference in our region. Big believer that there's no reason to ever be bored in Pittsburgh. That's something that I've believed my whole life since I was 5, 6, 7 years old, literally going from event to event in our city with my dad, who was a public school teacher. He was Albert Einstein, the mascot of the Pittsburgh Public Schools, and that's Albert with an O-W-L, Albert Einstein, and just always enjoyed being involved with him. He passed away, sadly, when he was 39 years old, when I was 12. I was very lucky, though, to have a mom that stepped up to the plate, literally, and she became a Little League coach, a Pony League coach, and a Colt League coach. She was a cool mama then, and she definitely still is. So that's really what the show is all about, is being out there, being quirky, being yourself, and we always bring you guests who have a lot of terrific stories to share about their experiences. So with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first guest today. Lindsey Smith is here with us. Lindsey, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
You become our 2nd guest ever to make a 2nd appearance on Get Involved Pittsburgh, so welcome back. We're glad to have you here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great. So how are things going with your business?
Good. They're going really good. Just been working on different projects. I'm really excited about our new collaboration together.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lindsey's a co-author on our new book, Empowered in Pittsburgh, which just came out a couple months ago, and wrote a terrific chapter in the book about what you do, what you share when you get out and speak. And just to share with our viewers, the name of your chapter is Unlocking the Secrets to Living Your Purpose and Fulfilling Your Dreams. So that chapter, it's a kind of a long chapter title. What does that sentiment mean to you, though?
Really, just getting out there, not being afraid to shine, pretty much, and being able to take your passions and your purpose in life and do it for a living. I'm all about that. I'm all about small business owners, entrepreneurs, and really just stepping up to the plate and doing what you love and making it work for you.
Great. And I know I broke one of your rules right before the show. I was eating some Sour Patch, some Sour Patches here in the studio. Sour Patches are actually part of your story, though. I mean, your Junk Foods, Junk Moods, your first book, really candy and getting kind of hooked on candy was a problem with you growing up. What are some of the things that you share when you're out there talking to groups about maintaining a healthy lifestyle and balancing, being in a good mood and eating good food?
Well, you said the Sour Patches made you in a good mood, right?
They kind of do, yeah, I guess. Mike and I like Sour Patch. Yeah, that's kind of true. So
I think it's different for everyone. One of the things that I really encourage people is not to beat themselves up. I think we kind of look at food like junk food, that it's bad, and we kind of put this pressure on ourselves and we feel so guilty when it comes to food. But I kind of want to be the change in that we don't have to put so much pressure when it comes to food, and if we actually enjoy food and savor the taste and the flavors, that we don't have to constantly be thinking about it in the back of our mind.
Right, so that's definitely true, because we can be very hard on ourselves. We eat one bad meal and we think that we've ruined the whole week, but it's definitely not all that, and we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves. You're definitely right. So how's your experience been? I know you've been out speaking for a little while now. I mean, a couple of years now, and since your book came out. How are things going on the road speaking to different groups?
It's been an amazing journey and experience, as I know you know from public speaking. Just the people that you meet is really fascinating, and hearing their stories has really encouraged me, and it also has opened me up. I think just hearing other stories and where they come from and where they're going, it's been a great tool, because that helps me help others even more.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of times it's the people that you meet during your speeches or right afterwards that maybe come up and share a special story with you that really makes the, I always say that we do the speaking for free. It's the driving that we get paid for, because that's the harder part, I think, of being a public speaker. But so with your business moving forward, your speaking life moving forward, what are some of your goals here as things kind of progress?
Some of my goals are really centered around speaking and getting the message out, and product development, actually. I'm a very, very creative person. I love the entire process, and I know you have experience with publishing books. The whole process of that I love. I love design work and things like that. And then obviously the message is the most important part. So I actually have a cookbook coming out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Our Sour Patch, is that involved at all in the cookbook? Or
it may or may not be
the addendum.
in there.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
But it's called Food Guilt No More.
Oh.
And actually one of your previous guests, Bonnie Badowski, is another, she's helping me with that as well. She was my editor on my first book, so she'll be back again helping me with this
Bonnie's
one.
great. She's I'm the president of the National Speakers Association. Bonnie's a past president, and it's been great to get to know her through that as well. That's awesome. I didn't know she was your editor. That's very cool.
Yeah,
good.
We've been working together for like 2 years now.
Okay, so when's your cookbook's coming out in 2013 then, or? Okay, great. We'll have to make sure to grab one. That sounds good. So the idea behind Empowered in Pittsburgh, it's 11 different authors who I think all have a really special and kind of significant story to share with readers. The idea of being empowered in Pittsburgh, what does that mean to you? Just the concept of being empowered in Pittsburgh.
I think it really means that I look at Pittsburgh as, even growing up, it's such a small city compared to the rest of the country, but there's so much potential here, and so many businesses really thrive and start in Pittsburgh. It's an excellent place to start your passion and your purpose, because people love to support you. That's one thing that I've learned on my journey, is the support that you get from people is incredible. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for people just pouring out, offering to help me. And I really
Pittsburgh takes care of Pittsburgh, right? We care about our neighbors and our friends and all that. You're absolutely right.
And so I think Empowered in Pittsburgh really means just stepping up to the plate and getting involved, and knowing that other people will support you with your passions and your journey. Yeah,
I mean, we were looking at the poster before we got started. I mean, to think that was 4.5 years ago, and just what a journey it's been. I mean, it's wild, but it really is the friendships that have been developed, the colleagues that have helped me along the way, that really kind of keep you going and keep you moving forward with it. Well, I know recently you were one of our keynote speakers, along with Allie, who's going to be one of our featured guests on the show today. But you're one of the keynote speakers for the Empowership Conference, 2012 Empowership Conference. It's a joint collaborative effort of Get Involved, Global Solutions, and Carlo. First, thanks for speaking at that. Did you have a good time with the crowd there?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's good. Yeah, we had about 100 college students and young professionals there. What was the message that you shared with the crowd that day?
I shared more of my personal journey of overcoming my food issues, and just really encouraging them that they can start anywhere in their own health journey and make a difference, especially during college, when it's kind of difficult to eat healthy and think positive about where you're going, because you can kind of get in a cycle where it's going out and eating on the go. So really just encouraging them to make the small changes.
I'm going back to my college later today, and I'm already thinking of like the 5 places I have to go to eat while I'm there, because for some reason I think wherever you go to college, the food there was the best food ever. I don't know why that is, but my other problem, Lindsay, and you would not approve with the work that you do, but my freshman and sophomore year, I fell into the trap of hitting the cheese sauce machine on everything. So I'd have pretzels with cheese, like toast with cheese. Like it was not a good situation. So I think some people gain the freshman 15. I went for the freshman 50, which was not good. So luckily things are going a little bit better now.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's been this. I mean, it's been this Get Involved journey, which has been awesome. So for you, what are some of the best ways to keep in touch with you if people are interested in learning more about your books, your speaking, also your work with Empowered in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, well, people can find me on my website at foodmoodgirl.com. And you can also check me out on Twitter. I'm pretty active with Twitter recently. I know you've been getting my tweets.
Yeah, I enjoy your tweets. They're great, yeah.
And it's Lindsey, Lindsey, Smith, HHC.
Okay.
So that's the best way to get in touch.
Great. Well, congrats on all the good work that you're doing here in the community, and best of luck with your speaking, with your business, and your coaching and counseling. Thanks for being a part of Empowered in Pittsburgh. And finally, before we go, I have to tell our viewers that by the time that you're seeing this show, Lindsey and I will have wrapped together. We're going to be at Executives Got Talent, in October. By the time you see this, the wrapping will have already taken place, but should be a lot of time. So thank you very much for being my Ludacris, being my Nicki Minaj, laying down a track for me with the
It's
rap
a dream
song.
come true. I
Yeah,
talk
for
all
both of
about.
us,
I know.
yeah.
I talk all about dreams and doing what you want, and I've always wanted to rap. So we'll see how it goes.
We look like a very good rap duo, of course.
Of course,
yeah. So
definitely.
it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you for doing that as well. So that was Lindsey Smith, our first guest here on episode number 13, our lucky episode number 13 of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV. We'll be back in just a minute with RJ Thompson to share a little bit about his experience. Thanks again for tuning in.